Hello guys, so I have arrived at album 2 from Depeche Mode, which is A Broken Frame, and I'm excited to get right into this, as always. If you'd like to see the full-length reaction, it's available on my Patreon, which is linked in the description. Alright, starting off with Leave in Silence, which I have reacted to. I gotta love those delicate harmonies in the background. So that was my second time hearing Leave in Silence, and I don't particularly remember my initial reaction to it, but on that second listen, it blew my mind. And I just really hope it's setting the tone for the album, because that was a very pleasant listening experience as far as opening tracks go. Loved the instrumentation, but the main thing that really worked for me with that track is the juxtaposition of the very delicately sung vocals and harmonies with the heavy but still quite relaxing instrumentation. Alright, next up, My Secret Garden. Okay, seems like we're still in synth pop heaven.
Feeling dejected, feeling like a child might feel.
Ooh.
All seems so absurd, this should have occurred. My very only secret, and I had to go and leak it in among the flowers.
Oh, that was so nice. Listen, I am perfectly happy with My Secret Garden. That was another great first listen. But, oh, how I would have loved an even longer outro on that track. I was so into everything they were doing with the instrumentation there at the end. I just wanted more. I wanted an expansion, but that's me being selfish. I like that track for a lot of the same reasons I liked Leave in Silence sonically, which is making me very hopeful that this album is going to be sonically cohesive, and that's something I'm very big on. Although I can't help but feel like, lyrically, there may have been a metaphor that just went over my head. Then again, he could have absolutely had a secret garden. You guys will have to fill me in on that one. Alright, next up, Monument. Well, that's trippy.
It didn't take long before they came back tumbling down.
Love that reverb on the vocal.
That night, you need a little light. Anything passes when you need glasses. My monument, it fell down.
It's almost over? Oh, that's sad. You know, if I'm looking at that track through a metaphorical lens, I feel like everyone can relate to putting in hard work and having it all come crashing down. But lyrics aside, I love that that track didn't have any drums. It made it a lot more unsettling, and I don't know if they meant for it to feel unsettling, but I thought that complemented the song. They chose some very eerie synth sounds, and it sent chills up my spine. In conclusion, I am devastated by the falling down of the monuments, but they made a darn good song out of it. Nothing to fear. Key change. That might just be the most fun I've ever had with an instrumental track. Not to sound like I just smoked or snorted something I shouldn't have, but I feel very inspired after listening to that song. I got so many different visuals for each section of the song, and I also was not expecting that key change. That was really nice. That track felt a lot more optimistic than the previous tracks, so I'm very curious to see if there's a tonal shift with the rest of the songs. Next up, See You. Nice stacked vocals. Once again, I'm loving the juxtaposition between the smooth vocals and the harsh synth sounds.
But I think that you'll find people are basically the same.
Well, can't argue with that.
Don't you know that it's true? All I wanna do is see you. Don't you know that it's true?
See You kind of snuck up on me. I wasn't expecting to fall in love with it as much as I did after the first few seconds, but I found it to be extremely catchy, and that could very well end up being a top 3 track for me. I was also very amused by that track lyrically because the lyrics were, I don't know, something about the way they were written. It was so straightforward, leaving nothing to the imagination. Loved the drums on that track as well. All right, next up, Satellite.
I'll never be the same again. Gonna lock myself in a cold black room. Gonna shadow myself in a veil of blue.
That's my mood most days.
Function operate, then you'll receive the signal
You know, I appreciate the self-awareness. Okay, that is easily another favorite of mine. That's 2 tracks that have blown my mind back to back now. Did not see that coming halfway through the album. Alright, next up, The Meaning of Love. Also, we have most definitely sped up with the tempos. So I guess that instrumental break, I guess it was meant to be a turning point. They hit me with another key change, and I am, once again, overjoyed. 2 Depeche Mode key changes in one album. I feel so spoiled. I feel unworthy. I just had a lot of fun listening to that song. It was obviously very lighthearted, but if you really take a look at the lyrics, I find them to be quite deep, and once again, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to them. A photograph of you. Well, there's that self-awareness again. A photograph of you kind of felt like a B-side to The Meaning of Love, so I really like that they were placed back to back. As for the song overall, I enjoyed it and I would not skip it when listening to the album all the way through, but I definitely prefer some of the previous tracks to it. Okay, went back a few seconds to experience that transition once again. Uninterrupted.
Plans made in the nursery can change the course of history. Mommy's annoyed, says go and play. Don't show your face, stay away all day. Mommy's proud of that. Leaves school to follow his ambition. Knows what he wants, to be a politician. Shouldn't have done that.
Okay, transitions into the final track as well. That's so interesting. I find it interesting that they only did transitions for the last 3 tracks, but there's probably nothing to it, just a creative decision they felt like making. Anyways, shouldn't have done that. Also, sent chills up my spine. I loved how choral and, I honestly want to say medieval, the song felt. I may have my time periods mixed up, but there was something quite enchanting about that track sonically. But what really got me was that darn 3-part harmony. Oh my gosh, that was so beautiful. A 3-part harmony, especially when used throughout the entire song, gets me just as much as a well-executed key change. Alright, went back a few seconds so I can fully experience this transition. The sun and the rainfall.
And it's painful. Things must change. We must rearrange them, or we'll have to estrange them. All that I'm saying, the game's not worth playing over and over again.
My immediate thought is that was freaking incredible. It was sonically cohesive. I loved that the album started off very somber and mid-tempo, and it felt to me like they used Nothing to Fear as a transition because the tracks after Nothing to Fear had a very different feel to them. I do want to reiterate how much I enjoyed the straightforward lyricism. It felt to me like there was a lot of dry humor in them, which I really enjoyed. Although I don't know if that's what they intended. Something else I noticed is they were very reserved vocally throughout the album. And I say that knowing what Dave and Martin are capable of vocally. So I feel like that was intentional because they wanted to highlight the instrumentation. My favorite tracks would be Leave in Silence, My Secret Garden, Monument, Nothing to Fear, See You, Satellite, The Meaning of Love, Shouldn't Have Done That, and The Sun and the Rainfall. And by the way, with The Sun and the Rainfall, it was mainly the instrumentation that got me. And my current top 3 would be See You, Satellite, and Shouldn't Have Done That. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this album and your top 3 tracks. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!